Hello. I look like shit. We're gonna discuss some like housekeeping things first. January is kind of rough for me because it's inventory with the company that I work at. So I've been like waking up super early and driving all over the place and doing inventories. Yes. I woke up super early this morning. I did finish the Gypsy Rose Blanchard book though while I was there. So that is awesome because the next video that I want to make is about the documentary that she actually was involved with and the book that she was actually involved with. Anyways, so that's the plan for next video. But January is super rough. Sorry. And it is also currently midnight, so I'm not gonna be like super loud. Yeah. Mamamax has gotten into some deep water recently, if you will. Now, I actually used to watch Mamamax's Life Sucks series in middle school because I was an edgy YouTuber, and I also watched Filthy Frank, and they were kind of like similar types of humor. And that was like 7 years ago, so I would have been in middle school. And then he started kind of making like YouTube videos about like games and stuff. Like I remember he did like a Dead Space video. And then like roughly 4 years ago, so I used to watch him when he did Life Sucks. And then about 4 years ago, he pivoted to like weird games. Like I remember he made videos about Kanye Quest and like Sad Satan and like Roly Poly and all that stuff. And I was actually a really big Nexpo fan at the time that he was making these videos, so I just kind of like lumped them all together, right? Like he was one of those people that made really long videos that I put on while I was cleaning because that's how my brain works. I need sound. I can't do chores if I don't have anything, or I'll like freak out. Anyways, my knee is up. Yep. So recently, about like a year ago maybe, I kind of stopped watching him because he started releasing really short, random videos about one specific case. And I just like, I wasn't that interested in the case. And it was the Camden Gerard Davis case. And I actually remember what I was doing when he involved Moist Critical. I was putting away laundry when he made the video about Moist Critical, and like I watched it and I was like, this is weird. This is weird. I don't like the feeling this is giving me. So I just kind of stopped watching him, and then all of a sudden he kind of blew up on my timeline. So I'm gonna give my little critique on the whole situation. So I really think that he shouldn't have led with the whole vampire werewolf thing. I think it makes people not take the case seriously. I think he should have, like, I understand why he led with that. It was like very like, oh, like vampire cult, like very like headliney, if you know what I mean. But I think that they should have just started with the grooming and abuse allegations. I think that's where they should have started, and then they kind of should have gone into like the more, because like lots of cults have like paranormal mindsets or like beliefs, if that makes any sense. So I think if they would have started with the whole like grooming and abuse thing, it would have been easier to like people to actually take it seriously. So with all this, I think the way that he went about it was really bad. Child abuse is not something that everybody wants to talk about on their YouTube channel. And child abuse is not something that everybody should be talking about on their YouTube channel. Unpopular opinion, there's certain YouTubers that I watch as like an escape, you know what I mean? And if they started talking about like child abuse, I would be like, where's your Sims? Like, we're watching The Sims. Like, what are you doing? I came here because my life is depressing, you know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, I do also follow content about, like, tragedy and all that stuff. But I think you can't force people that make lighthearted content to completely shift their channel around just because. Also, it's a really crazy thing to ask somebody to cover something when you haven't made. And I understand he was trying to like hype it up, but nobody knows what the fuck is going on. I watched a YouTube video, and if I can find it, I'll link it in the description. Basically, going through the timeline, summarizing the podcast on Spencer's channel, because I work and I'm in grad school. Like, I can't just like listen to a 5 hour long podcast. I'm sorry. If you can make weird YouTube videos with a bunch of jump cuts and stupid fucking scenery, then I think you can give me like a valid 10-minute timeline. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to get people on your like on board with your case, I think you should be making it as digestible as possible. And I understand wanting to, he wants it. He's a filmmaker. That's what he is. He wants it to look nice. He wants it to be like headline worthy. You know what I mean? But I think the way he went about it was really bad. Also, a proof. And I know that there is proof that this person exists and that this person has, because like I've seen, I think Kai filed a police report, something along those lines. I might be speaking out of my ass. I don't understand why he wouldn't put documents in the video. You know what I mean? Like, anything to... He kind of went into it expecting that we'd all just, like, immediately be like, oh yeah, that definitely happened. Like, you can't do that. Like, that's not how the law works. I'm sorry. But yeah, I also think that he should have acknowledged his mistakes instead of just doubling down on them. The live streams that he made were not good. I think his inability to accept criticism makes him seem very narcissistic and self-centered, which is not what you want in a person that makes that kind of content, especially when it's such like a sensitive subject matter. Which another thing, so this kind of felt like a huge betrayal. I'm not gonna lie, because so the majority of his fan base is abuse victims, who really want somebody to believe in, and he is making money off of it. And he is at this point making a mockery of their case via his artistic liberties. And I don't think that anybody really thinks, like, nobody wakes up and they're gonna be like, I'm gonna be a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, everybody thinks that what they're doing is the right thing. And I understand why he thinks that what he's doing is the right thing. But I think he is, like, way, like, out of his, like, league, I guess. It has been incredibly disappointing watching his channel go downhill. And I heard about all the IMVU stuff, and if he faked it, then that's even, like, worse, in my opinion. This is my straw in my cup. Yeah, the whole thing is just, like, super depressing to me, because, like, he talked about animal cruelty, like his puppy stomp video, which that was like a huge thing, people faking animal rescue videos and like animal cruelty on the internet. That was a huge thing. And I remember being like, yes, I agree with this man. I agree with him. But now I'm in just like I can't. It's too much, dog. It's too much. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. And I was an Onision fan, okay? I know disappointment. Anyways, I'm very used to disappointment. Hope you have a nice day, and goodbye.